Hey guys, Diana here. A pleasant good morning to you all, and I'm feeling in good spirit. Yeah, I am. Anyway, enough of that. So, yes, today's video is about what I learned living in my SUV full time for over 365 days. So that's like a full-on year, full-time, just being on the road and driving and, seeing all these beautiful states and what they have to offer. But then the other side is the downside to everything. Everything has highs and lows. So today we are going to discuss the lows of living in my car. So think about this. I live in a very tiny space, and space is one of my biggest issue. A big one. It's not the biggest, but it's up there. So I live in a Cadillac XT5. So my Cadillac XT5 is about 15 and a half feet in length and roughly about 6 feet wide. And the height is just under 5 feet tall. So that's what I'm working with. You can just think about it as a mini studio, a tiny little cute mini studio on wheels. That's how I describe my Cadillac XT5. So right now I'm in the middle of organizing and to get stuff out of the way here, to make room for me to maneuver in here and be more comfortable. All right, so this is where I'm at right now. I took out all my pots and pans that I use on the go, and what I do is I store all my utensils. I need a better bag for this. I store all my utensils in this. So I could grab it easily. Alright, so this is how I got that. And the second runner-up, I have another plastic bag right here. So this is actually when I used to do DoorDash. Starting out, I used to do DoorDash, and then I went over to Instacart. And and then I realized I can't do any of those anymore to make extra money. But that's for another video. So guys, and I have my little bowl here. And I got this pot. Oops. I got this pot right here. I have one pot, one frying pan, one mug, one glass. This is for my naughty nights when I'm feeling a little. I pull this out with some champagne or wine. So this is a must. I wish this was foldable though. They got some that you could fold, like the stem. It's so long. And also, I have this little mixing bowl. I beat my eggs. I really don't need this or my cereal. I think one bowl will do, but sometimes you just need an extra bowl. And I have another bowl somewhere. My dinner plate, love this thing. And my coffee pot. And sometimes I use my grater to, for cheese and stuff, to shred cheese. And then I got one pot cover And here is, you know, I got one knife and fork. Let me take it out. Well, I got one knife, one spoon, and one fork. Scissors, you know, something to turn my food with, a bottle opener, a knife, and this little baby to flip stuff right there. And yeah, so this has bottle opener and can opener. What is this? Wine opener and can opener. Did I get that right? Well, you get the grief. You know what I mean. Yeah, so I really do need to upgrade this utensil bag and get a better bag. All right, guys. So now that we did that, we are going to store everything in here. But you know what? I do feel like this thing here is still a little too much. Like it's taking up too much space. I really do felt that. So this is it. This is all my pots, pans, and everything. Yeah. And I usually store that in the front. Let me put it over there right now. I had a bunch of stuff in here when I just started out. And then I was getting so cluttered. And then you guys, somebody here noticed that. Yeah. The person said, how do you keep all of that stuff in your car? Your space must be really cluttered. And sure enough, it was cluttered. And I was suffocating in here. Yes. So now I took everything out. I took the stuff out that wasn't necessary and I didn't need. So now I only have the stuff in here that I need. So guys, this is a funny story. I bought this fishing pole. Said I was gonna go fishing. Never happened. But hopefully I will get to use that someday. But this thing just keep coming out. So I am trying to tighten it. Okay, so I am gonna keep this because I do have the intention of going fishing one day. I got this cheap little, I think I paid like $11 or $15 in Walmart. It's very cheap, so I don't think I'm gonna catch anything with this, but I got a fishing pole. Okay, so this is my basket filled with the things that I always try to get to real fast. My mouthwash, my mirror, my little feminine stuff when I needed those, my books that I always gravitate to, my blood pressure monitor, my baby wipes, and you know, my toothbrush and toothpaste is in here. And yeah, I put it in the back. This is my gym bag, guys. Like my shower stuff. See, this is all my shower stuff that I take with me in the shower. Right there. And I put my water bottle here. have, see that? I still have a lot of room. Look at this spot right there. I got all this left, all this space. And what I use that for, this is my working area. This is where I sit, and if I need room with my legs, and I work here. This is kind of like my little office space, and this is also my kitchen and my office. Let me show you how I set up my kitchen and my office space. Okay, so like all this space right here is free. So I would set up my kitchen, because this is my kitchen. This is my kitchen, guys. This is it. See that? That's my kitchen right here. I would take out my stove, just like so. Place it on this and start cooking right here. And then I got a lot of room to work with, for my vegetables and everything. And this is creative now. Check this out, how I turn my kitchen into my office, into my workspace. This is my work bag. This is where all, my work stuff is, like my camera, my laptop, all the good stuff here. Everything. So, yeah. I keep this bag right there, when I'm not cooking. If I'm cooking, I'll put it in the front or on the side or everything. And now, this is how I turn my kitchen into my workspace.
Up millions of views. Why? Probably something to do with the thousands of haters.
Don't just see a place.
Please like and subscribe to the channel for more great videos. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I had a comfortable sleep last night. It's your first time being here. My name is Diana, and I lived and traveled in my Cadillac XT5. And I traveled around the United States. And I realized that it's been a little over a year since I've been living in my SUV full-time. Full-time. Setup that I have. Guys, I never really watched. It's so cool to have your own thing that you can just go in and click it and watch it. It's awesome. This is the best feeling ever. I really don't watch because, I spend so many times editing and rewatch it over and over. So when I post it, I really don't click on YouTube anymore because I watched it probably about 10, 20 times already when in the editing process. Yeah, so this is how I will watch movie in here or do my work. And this is my office. And I can also lay in bed and watch a movie. Let me show you how I do that. Yeah, and this is how I lay in bed and watch a movie at night. I want to just relax here all day.
Hey guys, my name is
I'm
Trent,
good.
and I'm currently living and traveling out of a camper. Episode 4 of this insane series. If you haven't seen episodes 1 through 3, I highly recommend you guys go watch those episodes first before watching this one, and you can watch them right here.
I love Trent the Traveler. I watch all of his videos, man. I love him.
There's a volcano just over the mountains this way, And to
I
my
love
right
Trent the
is
Traveler.
coast, and it is a beautiful, beautiful morning.
I always watch his videos. But I've been on his channel for years.
I felt the urge to just start driving
I
down
wonder
this
if he
road.
know that.
So here we are, and
Yeah, so
there's something cool at
all right, enough of Trent the Traveler, guys. Yeah, and that's how I decluttered my space. And another cool thing is what I can also do if I want to get more, sit up and don't use my bed. I can also lift my seat. Now I have a comfortable seat right here. So that's how I organize my space. So I can also use the back seat if I want to, or put it down and cook. And I'm not gonna put anything back there. Like, I'm leaving it the way it is. And my clothes, yeah, and I have a little bag of clothes. This is where I keep my clothes. And this is all the clothes I need. I don't need a lot. Like, I used to have like a bunch of stuff. Not anymore. Yeah, I decluttered everything. And I can also use this bag as a pillow. So I keep this bag under my head. So I have a variety. I have many ways to use my space. I am feeling a lot more comfortable with this setup. And yeah, I am going to stay here for a little bit and just, watch the news, drink some hot chocolate, and then move on, because I don't think I'm going to be able to stay in this parking lot for more than one day. I've been here all night last night and all day today. So I have to go find a new spot. Good morning. I am back, guys. We're still on the topic. Things I learned before living in my car for 365 days. That is over a year. Guys, sorry about that. I don't know. I was so tired yesterday. I was chilling out, was talking to you guys, about this video. And then I, make myself some breakfast, then chill out all day because it was the weather was nice and my comfortable setup. I was so cozy. And then I started to watch YouTube videos, and by the time you know it, it was 3 p.m. and I left and went to the gym. And then I came and then I drove for 3 hours to this location where I'm at now, which I want to see something pretty cool. And I'm not going to share that with you in this video. We're going to finish this 365 days of things I learned, before we get all into that. So now I pulled up at the Love gas station, and yeah, I was just chilling again and eat and then fall asleep. I think I fall asleep around 8 8:30 a.m. I mean p.m. 8:30 p.m. And that was it. And now it's what? 7:30. So I've got a good night's sleep last night, and long. And my body needed that sometimes. The orders are in no particular rules. And things that I learned on my 365 days of living on the road is getting rest. Like, I was out here just keep going and going, you know, in the beginning, because it was all excited. And I was just, you know, I was like from one area to the next. You know, newbie, like excited to just see something and then leave and move on to the next. That's how I was working in the beginning. And it took a toll on my body. Like, when you look at me, like I was just aging. I mean, drastically. Like, man, I looked like I was 70 years old. And you could see I start getting black line under my eyes. And, you know, and all those good stuff. Well, they weren't good. And, yeah. And, you know, yeah, you got to learn how to rest your body when you're out here, because remember, the streets, they're always here, but you got one body and one health, and you got to take care of that. And that's what I learned. So now I slow down. I slow down a lot. From when I started to now, you know, my travels are not that fast. I don't travel that fast anymore. I take my time. Like, I probably will stay in one state for over a month, 6 weeks or something, and, you know, take my time and take around and look around the area. And then I don't travel as far anymore. I will travel like into another state that's like real close. Like, I only have to drive 3 or 4 hours. And sometimes, you know, you're going to do the 8-hour round trips or the 12-hour driving, but that's just once in a while nowadays for me. So now, guys, my car engine is running. It's like I get up this morning and I fix this little area, put my seat back where I could, you know, just sit down and not sit on my bed. It's like, you know, when you're in your bedroom and you're always on the bed, you get tired of it. And it's like going into my living room, bedroom, living room, bedroom, living room. Feels different.
Is ready. Please proceed to shower 7.
Alright, guys, I am back. So I got coffee instead of hot chocolate. Oops, it's dripping. And I got me some potato and cheese taco. Yeah, that is $3.29. I paid for that. And what I like to do is I like to drink out of my mug. I don't know, I like to drink cold stuff out of this, but I hate drinking hot stuff out of it. I mean, it's good for both. I mean, it doesn't taste any different. I like to drink out of my mug when I'm drinking hot stuff. So cheers, guys. Like you all know, I like my my coffee light and sweet. Light and sweet, that does the trick for me. We back at living on the road for a year. What I was realizing when I just got on the road, I was cooking. Yes, I was. I wasn't cooking enough that I have food for lunch, and I would stop at fast food joints and and these takeout places and get me lunch all the time and buy lunch. And I'm like Burger King, McDonald's, Subways, and those things, they add up. Like you buy a Big Mac meal, that's probably gonna run you $12 to $15, and that was every single day. And then on top of that, you get hungry in the evening time, and then you gotta run to the supermarket and buy stuff to cook. And that is another money spending right there again. So yeah, I was spending more money on the road that I need to. And probably I was spending about freaking $20 to $30 a day in food on the start of my journey. And that, it adds up. Trust me, that adds up. And I sit down one day and I calculate how much I have been spending in food living on the road. So I said I had to stop all of this and prepared my own meal. I prepared more than enough what I need for breakfast, so that would serve me through lunch, and that's what I would eat for lunch and breakfast. And prepared like a sandwich, or just stuff like that where I could just grab and bite while I'm driving, because driving makes you hungry. It does. And you have the urge to stop at every fast food joint and purchase something, especially these little fruit cups. The gas station, they have these grapes and strawberries all nicely diced, or pineapples. That are these little grapes and cheese. And I would buy them, and these things costly. They're like almost $5, $6. So all of that add up. So what I do is now, because I love grapes and cheese, and everybody know that, like grapes and cheese are my go-to. So what I would do now, I would take the time, go into the supermarket, get me some grapes, and get me some cheese. The diced cheese, and I would prepare that while I'm driving, so I have something to snack in and I do not have to spend money. And when I'm hungry, I'll pull over, and the breakfast that I make, I have enough for lunch. And you wouldn't believe that saved me a lot of money. Yeah, and there's another thing that I learned on the road is gas. Gas can be very pricey. If you're gonna keep driving like these far distance, you're gonna have to come out of pocket and pay for gas. So what I learned is that, just slow down, take it easy, stay in, make your video in one state at a time, and knock out three or four videos in that same area, like in the same state. create a video in A, and then drive to Z to create another video. That's money spending. So, you know, I learned to stick around the area where I'm at and find these, you know, find these landmarks and do my videos that I want to see. And then you don't realize how much you miss if you're going from A to Z. Because, I mean, in every state, they got more than one landmarks, like activities to do and things and uniqueness coming out of that place. And being on the rush and the go, you might miss those things. So I take my time and I'm enjoying. Yeah, so I'm getting some more coffee, guys. I got a little, like, this mug is small. That's the thing about it. Yeah, 2 cups. That's 1 big cup. 2 small cups equal 1 big cup. Yeah, so this coffee is good. Yeah, and so he messed around in there and was like looking at the sensors. And sure enough, after he messed around with the sensor, the air condition kickbacks in 2 hours. It was back on like that. So it was one of the sensor, I think, was something was wrong with the sensor, that it wasn't sensing that the air condition was supposed to work. I might said that wrong, but after that, the air condition was back on and running, and that was fine. And then I had I changed my tires. Like I always get used tires because I can't afford brand new tires right now. So I get the best used tire I can afford. And yeah, so my tires are good. My engine is good. My air condition is good. My coolant is good right now. The car is running in top shape right now. The only thing is my car seat. And I'm just scared that I have to, because the last guy scared me. He wanted $2,000 to fix the seat. And I can't afford it. I can't. So I kind of like, man, I don't want to even hear it. Yeah, and I would rather get me a new van than putting the money into a car seat. That's it. So I'm driving. The car seat is all right, but now I'm kind of used to it. I just push it back and, you know, tugging it, and it's not the most comfortable, but it's all right. Yeah, that's it. And okay, guys, and this is another thing. This is one of the big thing I learned being out here for a year. You need money in your bank account. You need some savings in your bank account. So God forbid something go wrong and you don't have any money out here. You know, a tire explode. You know, you need a hotel for the night or 2 nights or even a week, and you don't have any money. Like me, that was my biggest mistake. This is one of my biggest mistakes coming out here. I didn't come out here with any savings. I came out here being on the road with $300 in my pocket. $300. What can that do? Nothing. $300. That's all I had. But and why I had only $300? Because I was going through a tough time. Like, you know, if you watch my video where I was coming from, I was sick. I spent all my money in rent, you know, and I couldn't work. You know, like I was down, like down to nothing. And and that forced me to live in my car. When you come out here, you know, even as a rookie, it's gonna be very, very intimidated to just park somewhere and fall asleep. Yeah. So what I did was, when I was a rookie and I, forced to move into my SUV, where I was spending the night, I was spending a night in my apartment complex that I used to rent. I know that area, and I lived there for many years, and I know where to park. So I was parking around my apartment complex as just as I had an apartment there. And that was my comfort zone, because you have to start from a comfort zone. You can't just branch off. So I used to park up around there. I parked up there for about 3 months, sleeping in my car right there in Dallas, Texas, right in the complex where I rented my apartment. And, I never got the knock. Nobody bothers me. People know my car. They know, that's me. But the one thing they didn't know, that didn't own an apartment. I was in the car sleeping. They didn't know that. But, my face was seen. I was using the swimming pool. I was in the gym. I was just doing it as I used to live there. And they got a shower at the swimming pool where I used to take my shower and use the bathroom right there on the complex. So that was very comfortable for 3 months. And then I decided to branch off. And then my next branch off was, I branch off. Like, I keep moving from comfort zone to another comfort zone. And then I start staying at my friend's apartment complex, because I also visited my friend a lot. So I know her complex as well. So I used to stay in my car at her complex. And and I stayed there for a month. And then, next thing I know, I jump in my car and I said, I'm leaving Texas. I'm moving out. I am going to Florida. Yeah, guys. So what I was saying is, sleeping area. I was moving from one complex to the next. And then even down in Florida, I moved to one complex to the next. Yeah, and then I started getting comfortable. And my first time I have ever slept at a gas station was a Love gas station. No, a Pilot gas station down in Florida, in Boca Raton, Florida. So and I was nervous. As heck, very. And that's where, and then I start, sleeping from apartment complex to the Pilot gas station. And that's how my journey begins, where I was sleeping in very safe area, which is very public areas. And so when you started out, if you're gonna start out, make sure you stay in very public areas. It might get a little loud sometimes, but it's public and safe, where they have cameras all over the place. And then what you do is you can use the apps. There are apps available out there. I am a fan of iOverlander. I use iOverlander a lot. And you have to just download the app, learn how to use the app, and there are people giving good reviews, great reviews on there, because that's my go-to. And you will find safe areas. Don't go anywhere that is desolate, or even, no one's there. Just safe areas. Start out from apartment complexes to gas stations, public areas. That's what I would do. And that's what you should do, guys. And this video is gonna take way too long. I'm just trying to make a quick and easy video, guys. And this is what I have learned being on the road for 1 year, guys. 1 year. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to be safe out there when you're traveling. And thank you everyone, and have a good day. And I'll see you very, very soon. And I forget to say, I love you. I am a lover, not a fighter. And I love you all. Have a good day. Have a blessed day.